All right, so the last part of the characteristics of life lab is to actually just determine which of these things are living. And I think you have a pretty good idea of which ones are. However, you need to have evidence to support your claims. So, what you're going to start off with is the worm neuron. Okay, so we're going to click on that. And you're going to go instead to test for life. Okay, so we've got two different indicators. We have one that shows if ATP is present, which is made during cellular respiration, which all animals and plants perform, and um, and phenol red, which shows respiration, that there's CO2 being produced and creating an acidic environment. Okay, so all living things produce ATP to store energy. So that's why ATP is a good tester. And then phenol red shows that they are producing carbon dioxide. And so that's what we're going to look at here. And notice that there is an on and off light switch, but we'll talk about that in a minute. All right, so what you're going to do at the bottom is you're going to press play. Okay, so if you take a look at, we've got a positive control. So this is a guaranteed positive result. This is what it looked like if it's negative. And so as you can see, the phenol red turns orange when there is the presence of CO2 or an acidic substance. And the ATP has that green color. So we're going to compare that to our baseline, our negative control, and we can tell that the worm's neurons, the sample, is definitely performing metabolism, which is one of our characteristics of life. Now I can turn off the lights. Oh, I have to reset it first. Okay. Then I can turn off the lights and I can press play again and look at what happens. My results are still the same. Okay. I've got, because a worm in the sun and a worm in the dark does not change its metabolism at all. Okay. So you can see we've got in the sample a positive for ATP and a positive for CO2 and cell respiration. You're going to do this not on the landscape for the maple leaf. You're also going to make sure that you do that in the light and the dark. You're also going to do that for the E. coli, the fungus, the human skin over here, the maple leaf, which you've already done. So you just have to fill that in again on your chart. The root hair, which remember is underground, the protists, and sand and silt. Okay, so you're going to do the test for life for most of the things that are in this habitat and prove to me why you think it's alive or not. Okay, so that is part D, is the test for life, seeing if metabolism is occurring, CO2 production, and ATP are being produced, because that is cellular energy. And if you don't have any ATP, you don't have the energy to fund all of your chemical reactions known as metabolism.